Good morning, channel friends.
Hello. Hello.
You find us here today with Monica because we're filming the tutorial that will be included in our TV series, available on Discovery, on the Discovery platform, always for free. You just need to go to the search bar and type in I Love Restyling, and you'll find us in a beautiful episode where we'll be renovating Monica's house. But you also know that the YouTube channel has special content reserved just for you. So please, first of all, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything. Secondly, watch this tutorial carefully from start to finish because it will be included in the house and you'll understand a bit more. 3. Sorry if I'm not looking you in the eye, but unfortunately I have to carry on with the TV series and I can't look you straight in the eyes, so don't be offended, I'll say goodbye at the end. Something very important, remember that if you want to watch this tutorial live as part of the episode on channel 56, Home and Garden TV, you can catch it on Saturday morning. Shall we start?
Let's start.
Let's go. So Monica, little spoiler here. Because there's a panel and you're wondering why there's this panel and this stencil. Well, I want to teach you this technique, which is quite unique, where you can create artwork starting from leftover or repurposed panels from a cut, but make them perfect for the room. Unfortunately, and I have to give you a spoiler, it's going to be a color you'll see later. But that's a nice touch too, isn't it?
Yes.
I'll show you how to start making this textured panel using texture paste that creates a bit of thickness. You need to be precise. I was lucky enough to find this amazing stencil that once you place it, stays put and covers the entire panel. So I didn't make the panel to match the size of the stencil, I was just lucky to find it already like this.
Great.
Now this is a dream tool because you'll see how it will be a perfect, precise, and accurate stencil.
Beautiful.
Brand new textured paste. What a beauty. When it's new, it's perfect. Look how lovely it is. Because once you start using it and messing with it, after a while you need to be a bit careful not to let it harden. Remember, you should never leave it open.
Got it.
We'll take a little bit and start applying it here on the closed areas. One fundamental thing, we know that it's never necessary to move or lift it. You need to look at this stencil only once it's finished. Until the end, you won't know if you've been precise, so.
All right.
This little spatula shouldn't really be pressed down too much, it should be used like a gentle stroke. So hold your stencil firmly in place. Look how beautiful this is. Be careful not to lift the bridges. Since the stencil has a nice thick depth, you won't have any issues because the texture will come out naturally. Look, the important thing is to never waste any product. So if there's a bit too much, gently drag it and remove the excess. The trick is to never go back and forth, but always in one direction only. If you start from the left, keep moving towards the right. Now I'll leave you with a wonderful teacher, Emma, who will help you carry on so you won't feel anxious with me standing nearby watching over you.
I hope I'm up to it.
I'm sure you'll do brilliantly. I think you really enjoy restyling.
Let's hope so.
I think you'll carry on doing restyling on your own too.
I'm sure.
Right, I'll just finish off the paste I spread so you don't have bits of my paste left around, and then you can start again on your own. Call me when you've finished this panel so I can get you started on the other one, because we're doing two.
Ah, good, good. That way I'll also have something of mine in my home.
Made by you, but you'll put a lot of yourself into this house. We're giving you a beautiful canvas that you'll decorate. I'll do something else there. You're with Emma.
All right, thank you.
So, Monica, I'll give you a bit of paste.
I'll try.
I just help myself with this.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So I press it down.
Exactly.
And I stretch it very slowly and gently.
Perfect.
Like this.
Very good.
Tell me if I'm doing it right.
It's fine.
Like this. always in the same direction, right?
Yes.
So I'll just bring a bit of this over like this too. If there's a bit over here, I flip it right.
Yes. I'll show you something. If you've got a build-up here, you can press harder because the stencil is full.
Okay, it's flat there, her.
And then lighten up as you go towards the holes. That way you remove a bit of the excess and also fill in the parts where there's no textured paste yet.
Ah, I see. I need to get the hang of it.
That's normal. I'll add you a bit more.
Vai, e vado. But it's fun too.
Let's see how well you've done.
Let's see.
So, precise, nice, I like it. Hold it up, pull, pull. Okay, go on and continue. Brilliant. We'll tear off the tape for you. Now, it doesn't have to be super precise for one reason, because later there'll be some really cool techniques that will give you a beautiful, highly three-dimensional decorative panel. But you still need to start with a solid technique to learn, so you can also use it on its own elsewhere. Shall we do the second panel? And Emma, will you dry it for us?
Yes.
This one needs drying. You did such a great job with the first big panel that you can do this one on your own, right?
Yes, okay then.
We always want to make you independent, so in the future you won't need us. Go, I'll just put a bit of paste here for you. By now you've figured out the trick. Hassim,
All right.
your spatula.
I start.
I'll come back in 15 minutes. The first one will dry, then we'll hurry up and do this one too.
Perfect, thank you.
Let's see how it turned out.
Let's see if this one came out well too. Did I do a good job?
Yes, very. It's precise.
Good, good.
Let's dry this one too.
Okay, sounds good. Where do I put this?
Give it to me. I'll take it and wash it.
A little spoiler then, the colour. This Tortorelle will definitely be a colour I'll reuse in some parts of your house, but I really can't tell you more than that. Now it's important that you apply a nice, even coat all over, across the entire panel, because as you can see, the stencil doesn't come off since it's three-dimensional, but we still need to cover everything. Try not to layer on too much paint, so use this kind of brush stroke, meaning that if there's too much paint stuck in the stencil, just smooth it out a bit, like this.
All right.
Do it on this panel as well as the other one. I really think you're doing great. You're excellent.
I'll give it a try.
I'm giving you free rein, even in using the brushes differently if you like. Try things out, experiment with techniques. You're really talented.
All right, thank you.
See, you hold the brush from the ferrule. Remember that. Go on. I'll be back later.
See you.
So Monica, I'm currently mixing a colour for you right now to do a wash and really highlight this beautiful design we've worked on as a base, as you can see. I'm doing it for 2 panels already, otherwise we'd have to redo it later and the wash colour might not come out the same, right? This way, we do it once and for all. I'm adding a bit of brown, a bit of grey, not for any particular reason, but because I'd like to have the warmth of the brown, a bit of a vintage feel, but also the modern touch of grey.
All right.
So, here's how it's done. You mix the two colors, the two shades, see? So that they become a new shade. See, in the end it's almost like a dove grey as the base. There are brown dove greys, suede-like ones, grey ones. There's a whole world behind dove grey.
So many shades.
Yes. Now I'm adding a lot of water because the wash we're doing today needs to be very diluted. You know there are different techniques, right? In the restyling. This is a wash that has 100% water. It really needs to be a wash. We are washing a surface. While you have fun with Emma on that one, I'll do the other panel right next to you so at least we can enjoy it together. Right, look, I'm draining a bit because using such watery paint, you need to drain a little. Now! It's washed.
Ah, really?
Yes. But the important thing is that you mustn't forget to go deep, meaning if you don't colour the base, we'll see it later because there are gaps. Once we have finished this step, we gently and carefully lighten it first with a sponge.
You dab it.
You dab it, but it has to already be a pattern that we create, a kind of dabbing pattern, so it's already a semi-design. And then, I'll show you that afterwards we refine everything. I just do this after I've already applied the paint, so it doesn't dry and leave a stain. And then you seal it, you fix this whole design, this watercolor effect. Well done, Emma, for preparing it for me, with completely ordinary paper. This paper needs to be nice and smooth, perfectly flat. We do it like this. Place it down, press it.
It absorbs the excess.
But it only absorbs what it should, see? And in some areas a texture remains, in others the texture of the sponge, and in other spots it's even more damp. This is set now, okay? Can it be done again? Yes, it can be done, but you have to let it dry, or everything will come off. And if you haven't stained it, haven't aged it enough, you can do it repeatedly. I'll leave your panel so you can work on it, and I'll take the smaller panel over here.
All right.
Let's work on it together.
All right.
Emma will keep an eye on you, so if you need anything, just call her.
Let's try not to make a mess then.
Don't worry.
Should I give it a stir?
Yes, so the components mix together again.
Does it need to be much water?
Yes, don't be afraid.
I go like this.
Go on. Really fill up the panel.
Like this. Tell me if I'm doing it right. Can I go like this too?
Go. You don't need to be precise, Monica. Give me a bit of colour so I can dip in here too. It needs to be something very instinctive and relaxing.
Natural.
Yes, like this. There we go. Also not too precise. See, I'm not precise at all.
Here we are. Oh.
These are really very easy and quick steps, you know.
Yes.
Actually, if you're not precise, it's more relaxing. Right. Let's start. Monica, let's dab.
Or like this.
All just how you like it, how it comes to you. And then we're already ready to dry and set our decoration. Remember that when you want to do this step at home, maybe on a piece of furniture, or if you want to make other paintings, this sponge, if you use it a lot, can also be rinsed. That way you remove more, you know, it's completely clean, it's no longer dirty with paint, and you can start again and remove much more. Okay, basically you need to make sure you go over the entire surface, Monica, where you've already used the brush. You might take a bit longer than me because your surface is larger, obviously, see? But every part of the panel still needs to be gone over with the sponge because it leaves this really interesting textured effect. Now you finish it, I'll carry on with my project here. And then you'll get there too. Take your time since you've got the bigger panel.
We're almost there, getting there. And then you move it.
If there are areas where you want to take off a little bit more, you can do this too.
Okay.
But you need to get a feel for the technique yourself and decide what you want to do. It's an instinctive thing. When people talk about instinctive painting, there is also instinctive restyling.
Like this.
I'm going to pause for a moment now. I'll stop because I want it to dry naturally, and then we'll move on to the second step.
What do you think? Is that all right?
Look, a little bit more here.
In the meantime, I'm going to get the colors we need for this new technique, Monica. I'm going to get the colors that we need for this next step.
I'm going to get the pink and a light color, so we can add more layers of shading.
All right.
Well done. Finish it off nicely. Right then, Monica, now I'll show you this technique, which is loads of fun. Maybe you'd like to try it with your grandchildren too. I think they'd have loads of fun with it for a few years. So, we're talking about using the paint in a very liquid form, almost like watercolor. So we'll use a bit of paint, but really just a little is enough, all right? In this case, I've chosen cotton for you, which is a very warm white, and vintage rose, which I think is a color you'll really like.
I absolutely love it.
I'm happy about it.
It's romantic.
Very.
We'll water it down, just like we did earlier with the brown and grey. We'll water down the white and the pink too. But not too much, just a little. They always need to be mixed, so if you're using quite a lot of water, maybe because you've got big areas to cover, remember to stir the paint from time to time, because otherwise it separates, since it's been diluted.
Yes.
Now I'm going to demonstrate the whole technique on my little panel. I won't finish it because there's still another step we'll do together later, and you'll do it on yours afterwards. That way you'll have fun too, and you'll get to relax as well.
Yes.
Let's always remember.
Let's remember that we work in steps, so we've applied a base color that will come through at the end. We've done a wash, which is the shadow, and now we're going to do the more colorful parts. First the pink, which is a bit darker, and then the white, which is even lighter. I'll come round the back here. Emma, excuse me.
First you let it drip.
It's really fun, I promise you. You can let it drip as much as you like. I mean, there's not really a strict rule for this technique. It's something, like I said before, that's very instinctive. No one can tell you it's wrong.
Thank goodness.
But the best is yet to come.
Yeah, I can imagine.
You let it drip slowly and steadily. Try to keep it fairly even. When dripping, and then you'll take a hairdryer and have fun making the droplets run. Like this.
As you can see, the pink isn't completely dry yet, but we're already starting to drip with the white too, though it's the light.
It's essential that it mixes in certain spots. And in fact, if you look here, the white drop that fell has absorbed a bit of pink, and that can be quite nice. But it's crucial that the white is the final layer, because light comes at the end, whereas shadow, on the other hand, is always the first thing. All right, so it might look like a very abstract painting, but I definitely assure you that everything will fall into place with the project. We haven't even reached 30% yet. Well, we're considerably far along with the work, but you still can't see the full picture clearly. I'm using a lot of white because I don't want it to give you the impression of a dark or unrelaxed home. I'm doing the same thing with the hairdryer, but differently. Sometimes I let the drops run, sometimes I fix them to avoid mess. Now we'll let this panel dry properly, and you can have fun with yours. When both are finished, I'll show you the final touches. Those are what really give it depth.
All right. I'll take this away from here and put it somewhere where it can dry slowly. It needs to stay flat, otherwise the drops will slide off, and you have fun with your panel. Go ahead.
I'll start with the pink drops, right?
Exactly. You can't go wrong. There's no right or wrong.
No, okay, better. I'm going by feel, like this. Like this.
You decide how much to put and where to put it.
Yes. I need to get a feel for the movements. There, like that too.
When you think you've put enough, take the hairdryer. If later you feel it's missing something, you can add more.
I can add more. Okay, all right.
So Monica, I always teach you tricks to get around the problem. If you don't have a sander, take some sandpaper or an abrasive sponge and do it by hand. If you do have one, do it like I do, it's quicker.
All right.
I'll grab my sander. Always remember this plate they provide is for punching holes in the sandpaper. And what does that mean? It means if the sandpaper you use doesn't already have holes in it, it won't suck up the dust. And these sanders are designed to vacuum up the dust. So we place it here, press down, nice and easy. Because so many people say to me, Eliza, I bought the sander and there was this plate. What am I supposed to do with it?
What do I do with it?
Biff. Now you've got two options. Either you go all in like me and sand everything like mad, or you take it slow. I already know what I want to achieve, so I'm going in hard.
I know.
You decide when you try it.
All right.
You can do it on furniture too, not just panels. If you see now, look, all the pieces come into place. It's up to you to decide how much to sand, but now you'll see, I've done it a little so that you only understand the technique. Now you'll see that in some places a lot more stencil will come out, in others there's still a lot of colour. So obviously the more you keep sanding, the more these areas will take on the colour of the stencil. So you'll see all the layers of colour, you'll see the base colours in some spots, then the wash, then the aging effects, and in others even the panel itself.
So I can start with it.
Let's do this. I'll finish this bit for you now, so you can do the whole big one on your own.
All right.
Here we go. As you can see, I went in quite heavy today, but that's because I want to show you all the layers of paint we've done so far. Now, with the cloth, wipe off the surface dust and see how the colours become beautiful, vibrant and rich. And you'll also notice a very different texture, because in the end you'll feel that finish. It's incredibly velvety, super smooth. That's part of the beauty of our paints.
It's truly marvellous.
Now this one, mine, we'll set it aside, and you can take your time doing yours. Did you see everything?
Yes.
Then you can use my sander.
What an honour.
We did an excellent job.
Excellent.
What do you think? I like it. And what do you think of this technique?
It's stunning. Wonderful.
In my opinion, it's very liberating and instinctive. And now, an important step not to forget, protection. We apply this wax, which contains carnauba berry, beeswax, and as you can see, the colour changes slightly. So this also makes them dustable and easy to clean over time, all right? So I want to see Monica doing something at home with this technique, because in my opinion,
I'll definitely do more things with this technique.
I'm glad. Listen, I'll let you finish your panel now, and shall we meet at your place?
All right.
I'll let you know when it's time, but it won't be long.
Nice.
Over to you. See you there.
Thanks. Bye.
This restyling is also finished, but the protective layer is still missing, and we know that protection is always necessary. Since these are paintings with very low wear, we're going to apply Jasmine Wax, which is protective, water repellent, made with beeswax and carnauba berry, scratch resistant. It's fantastic.
So Monica, we apply it like this, using circular motions, because we've got quite a rough wood underneath. I hope you at home have very carefully watched all the steps and that it's absolutely made your mouth water to see the full episode, which I definitely remind you can be found on Channel 56, Home and Garden TV, or repeated on
Discovery Plus.
How can they find it?
Type I Love Restyling into the search bar.
Because we remember that in the first series, people were asking where they could find the recorded episodes. Please keep that in mind. One last essential thing. The products you've seen in this tutorial are not available on Amazon, ever. You can only find them either through exclusive Magic Paint retailers listed on the website www.magicpaints.it, shown on a map of all of Italy divided by region, or on the only Italian website that sells Magic Paint, which is www.elisa&Magic.com. Never on Amazon. Let's say goodbye. Goodbye.
Goodbye.